Imagine waking up one day and something just feels off. You're not sure what it is, but over time, little signs start appearing, subtle changes you can't quite explain. Could these changes be signaling a deeper issue? Today, we're diving into a topic most men don't talk about but absolutely should: the 4 warning signs that your sexual health might be at risk. Why does this matter? Because understanding these signs early could mean the difference between thriving or struggling with avoidable issues later on. So, let me ask you, have you noticed anything unusual lately? Stick around, because the answers could change your life. Fatigue is one of those symptoms that often sneaks up on you, gradually embedding itself into your daily life until it feels like the new normal. You shrug it off, blame it on a busy schedule, late nights, or just getting older. But what if I told you that this persistent, lingering exhaustion might be your body's way of sounding the alarm? At its core, fatigue is more than just being tired. It's a signal that something deeper is going on. And in the context of sexual health, it's often tied directly to declining testosterone levels. Let's dive into why this matters so much and how it connects to your overall well-being. Testosterone is more than just a hormone. It's the chemical fuel that powers nearly every aspect of your energy and vitality. Think of it as the key that unlocks your body's ability to function at its best. When testosterone levels are optimal, you wake up feeling refreshed. Your mind is sharp, and your body is ready to tackle whatever the day throws at you. But when levels begin to dip, the effects ripple across your entire system. Suddenly, simple tasks feel like uphill battles. You're more likely to hit the snooze button, skip workouts, or find yourself zoning out at work. What you might not realize is that this isn't just about physical energy. It's mental too. Testosterone directly influences neurotransmitters, like dopamine, which drive focus, motivation, and overall mood. When it's low, those sharp edges dull, leaving you in a fog of sluggishness and disinterest. So why does testosterone decline in the first place? Stress is one of the biggest culprits, and in today's fast-paced world, it's almost unavoidable. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, the infamous stress hormone, which works in direct opposition to testosterone. When cortisol rises, testosterone plummets. This imbalance doesn't just rob you of energy, it creates a vicious cycle. The more fatigued you feel, the less likely you are to exercise or engage in activities that boost testosterone naturally. Instead, you might rely on caffeine, sugar, or other quick fixes that offer a fleeting boost, but ultimately leave you more drained. Over time, this cycle can erode not just your energy levels, but your overall health, mood, and yes, your sexual performance. Another factor that ties fatigue to testosterone is sleep, or more specifically, the lack of it. Testosterone production peaks during deep sleep, particularly in the REM stage. If you're skimping on sleep, whether it's because of late-night work, screen time, or restless nights, you're cutting into the very process that replenishes this critical hormone. Have you ever noticed how after a restless night, you're not just tired but irritable and unfocused too? That's the compounding effect of disrupted testosterone production. It's not just about feeling groggy, it's about how your body and mind lose their edge over time. And here's where the connection to sexual health becomes undeniable. Low testosterone doesn't just lead to general fatigue, it impacts the very systems that drive desire and performance. Sexual health is deeply intertwined with energy levels because both rely on the same foundational processes: hormonal balance, proper blood flow, and mental clarity. When testosterone is low, your libido takes a hit, and your confidence often follows. It's not just a matter of feeling tired. It's about how that fatigue seeps into every corner of your life, robbing you of the vitality and enthusiasm you once had. But fatigue isn't just an isolated warning sign. It's a predictor of what's to come if ignored. Left unchecked, low energy levels can snowball into more serious issues, from weight gain and metabolic problems to cardiovascular risks and depression. The body is a connected system, and when one piece falls out of alignment, others quickly follow. Addressing fatigue isn't just about feeling less tired, it's about reclaiming your overall health, energy, and quality of life. By recognizing fatigue as a symptom rather than a standalone issue, you're taking the first step toward uncovering the deeper imbalances that could be holding you back. Here's the most compelling part: your energy can be restored. When you identify the root causes, Whether it's hormonal imbalances, stress, or poor sleep, you can start taking actionable steps to turn things around. Simple lifestyle adjustments like prioritizing quality sleep, managing stress through mindfulness, or exercise, and eating a balanced diet rich in testosterone. Supporting nutrients can make a world of difference. You don't have to accept fatigue as your new normal. It's your body's way of asking for help, and with the right care, you can give it what it needs to thrive. Now, if you're starting to see how understanding your body's signals can make all the difference, don't let this knowledge stop here. By subscribing to this channel, you're opening the door to more insights that could completely transform your health and vitality. Hit that subscribe button now, so you never miss a chance to take control of your well-being. Loss of libido is one of those issues that men often hesitate to talk about, brushing it aside as a temporary phase or blaming it on stress, work, or aging. But what if it's more than that? A consistent decline in sex drive can be one of the most important indicators of underlying issues in your body, particularly when it comes to hormonal health. Libido, or sexual desire, isn't just about your mood. It's a complex interplay of biology, psychology, and lifestyle factors that reflect the overall state of your health. When your libido starts to wane, it's a signal that something deeper might be going wrong. At the heart of this is testosterone, the hormone that governs so much of a man's vitality, including his sexual desire. Testosterone acts as a driving force, stimulating the brain to trigger feelings of arousal and attraction. When levels are optimal, you're likely to feel confident, energized, and engaged. But when testosterone levels drop, the effects can feel like a gradual dimming of your internal spark. What's more, this decline doesn't just happen overnight. It often creeps in slowly, leaving you wondering why you're feeling less inclined toward intimacy, or even why you've stopped thinking about it as much. This lack of interest isn't just in your head. It's deeply physiological. Testosterone plays a critical role in maintaining the balance of other neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that govern feelings of pleasure, reward, and well-being. When testosterone dips, it disrupts this delicate balance, making it harder for you to feel that natural spark of desire. Over time, this imbalance can lead to feelings of frustration or even self-doubt as you begin to question what's wrong and whether it's something you can fix. And here's the kicker. When your libido takes a hit, it's often an early warning sign of broader issues that might be developing, such as stress, poor sleep, or even cardiovascular problems. One of the most misunderstood aspects of libido is how closely it's tied to physical and emotional health. When you're under constant stress, your body produces higher levels of cortisol, the hormone responsible for managing your fight-or-flight response. Elevated cortisol suppresses testosterone, effectively turning down the volume on your desire. Stress also impacts your mental state, increasing anxiety or irritability, which further reduces the likelihood of you feeling in the mood. It's a compounding cycle. Stress leads to lower testosterone, which leads to reduced libido, which then creates more stress. Breaking out of this loop requires understanding that stress is not just an external issue, but one that directly impacts your body's chemistry. Sleep also plays a massive role in maintaining a healthy libido. During deep sleep, particularly REM cycles, your body produces the highest levels of testosterone. If your sleep is fragmented, insufficient, or poor in quality, you're robbing yourself of one of the most essential processes for hormonal balance. Even a single week of poor sleep can dramatically lower testosterone levels, making it harder for you to feel engaged or interested in intimacy. Have you ever noticed how after a particularly exhausting week, your energy and interest seem to plummet? That's not a coincidence. It's your body signaling that it hasn't had the chance to recharge. Your libido is also directly tied to how your body manages energy. A man's sexual health and metabolic health are intrinsically connected, meaning that disruptions in one can significantly impact the other. For example, if you're consuming a diet heavy in processed foods and refined sugars, your insulin levels can spike and crash, contributing to a cycle of energy depletion and hormonal imbalance. Poor dietary choices can also lead to weight gain, particularly around the midsection, which further exacerbates hormonal imbalances by increasing estrogen production and decreasing testosterone. These changes don't just affect your energy, they directly impact your drive and performance, creating a perfect storm of challenges that can feel overwhelming. And then there's the psychological side. A decline in libido often brings with it a sense of shame or frustration, especially in relationships where intimacy is a key component of connection. The emotional weight of feeling like you're not yourself can compound the issue, making you less likely to address it openly or seek solutions. But here's the truth. This isn't about a lack of willpower or a failure on your part. It's about your body sending signals that it needs attention and care. Ignoring these signals doesn't just strain your relationships, it allows the root causes to go unaddressed, potentially leading to more significant health concerns over time. The good news is that this isn't a permanent state. Loss of libido is often reversible once you address the underlying causes. The key is to take a holistic approach, balancing stress, improving sleep, making smarter dietary choices, and incorporating activities that naturally boost testosterone. When you start to restore balance in your life, your body responds. Libido isn't something that just disappears forever. It's a dynamic reflection of how well your mind and body are functioning together. By paying attention to these signs and making meaningful changes, you can reignite your natural energy and desire, bringing confidence and connection back into your life. Did anything in this section resonate with you? If you've ever noticed subtle changes in your energy or mood, drop the word awareness in the comments below. By sharing, you're not just engaging, you're joining a community of people who are taking charge of their health and helping others recognize these important signs. Weight gain, particularly around the midsection, is more than just a cosmetic concern. It's a clear signal that your body is struggling with deeper imbalances. For men, abdominal fat isn't just an annoyance when looking in the mirror. It's a warning sign that critical systems in the body are out of sync. What makes this kind of weight gain especially concerning is its close relationship with hormonal health, especially testosterone. The more fat you accumulate in this area, the greater the strain on your overall well-being, and the cycle it creates can feel impossible to escape without understanding its roots. Fat tissue, especially around the belly, is not passive. It's highly active and functions almost like an endocrine organ of its own. One of its primary actions is the production of an enzyme called aromatase, which plays a pivotal role in converting testosterone into estrogen. This conversion sets off a chain reaction. The more abdominal fat you have, the more testosterone is converted, leaving less of it available to perform its vital functions. This drop in testosterone isn't just a hormonal inconvenience. It directly impacts your energy levels, strength, libido, and overall sense of vitality. And as estrogen levels rise due to the increased conversion, you may experience further effects, such as emotional fluctuations, increased fat storage, and even a diminished ability to build or maintain muscle. It's a double-edged sword that reinforces the very issue it causes. But this hormonal disruption doesn't stop there. Abdominal fat is also closely tied to insulin resistance, a condition where your body struggles to process blood sugar effectively. When insulin resistance develops, your pancreas has to work overtime to produce more insulin, which promotes fat storage, especially in the abdominal area. This creates a dangerous loop where the very mechanisms designed to regulate your energy are sabotaged by the fat itself. Over time, this doesn't just lead to weight gain. It increases your risk for serious health problems like type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, and heart disease. For many men, the first visible sign of this metabolic struggle is the expanding waistline, but what's happening beneath the surface is even more critical. The presence of abdominal fat also contributes to chronic, low-grade inflammation in the body. This type of inflammation is subtle but persistent, acting like a slow-burning fire that weakens systems over time. Fat cells in the midsection release pro-inflammatory substances called cytokines, which can damage tissues, disrupt hormonal balance, and even impair the function of key organs like the liver. When your body is in a constant state of inflammation, it struggles to perform optimally, and this can further exacerbate the cycle of weight gain, energy loss, and declining testosterone. It's no wonder that abdominal fat is often referred to as toxic fat by health professionals. It's not just sitting there. it's actively working against you. Another often overlooked aspect of abdominal fat is its impact on your confidence and mental well-being. The psychological toll of carrying excess weight in this area can be profound, particularly in a society that often equates a lean physique with health and vitality. You may feel self-conscious about your appearance, which can affect your social interactions, your relationships, and even your performance at work. Over time, this can lead to a sense of defeat or frustration, which only makes it harder to find the motivation to make changes. This emotional burden, coupled with the physiological challenges of carrying excess weight, can feel like a heavy weight on both body and mind. The relationship between abdominal fat and sexual health is especially critical. As your waistline grows, it directly affects your vascular health, which is essential for maintaining proper blood flow. Healthy blood flow isn't just important for overall cardiovascular function. It's a cornerstone of sexual performance and erectile health. When fat begins to accumulate around the midsection, it places additional strain on the circulatory system, making it harder for blood to flow freely to where it's needed most. This can lead to issues like erectile dysfunction, which is often one of the first signs that something deeper is going on with your health. What might seem like a surface-level issue, extra fat around the belly, is in reality a sign of much larger imbalances that need attention. The good news is that even small changes can make a significant difference. Studies have shown that losing as little as 5% of your body weight can lead to noticeable improvements in testosterone levels, insulin sensitivity, and overall energy. By reducing abdominal fat, you're not just changing how you look, you're transforming how your body functions. Your metabolism becomes more efficient, your hormones begin to rebalance, and the inflammation that once held you back starts to subside. The ripple effects of these changes extend far beyond the scale, improving your mood, your confidence, and your overall quality of life. Ultimately, abdominal fat is a symptom, not a cause. It's your body's way of signaling that something is off and needs addressing. By focusing on strategies that target the root causes, like balancing hormones, improving diet, and incorporating physical activity, you can reverse the cycle and restore balance. The journey may not be easy, but the rewards are undeniable. Shedding abdominal fat isn't just about appearances. It's about reclaiming your health, your energy, and your vitality. How long have you been telling yourself it's just stress or it'll get better while your energy, focus, and performance keep slipping? Deep down, you know something isn't right. Your hormones could be out of balance, and it's costing you more than you realize. The good news? You can fix this, and it's easier than you think. Check the pinned comment to learn how thousands of men have already taken control. This is your chance. Don't waste it. Erectile dysfunction, ED, is often seen as a singular issue, a problem confined to one specific aspect of a man's health. But the truth is, ED is rarely an isolated condition. It's a glaring symptom of deeper systemic issues that go far beyond the bedroom. When you experience difficulty achieving or maintaining an erection, it's your body's way of waving a red flag, alerting you to imbalances or health concerns that need urgent attention. Ignoring these signs doesn't just risk your sexual health, it can jeopardize your overall well-being. At its core, erectile dysfunction is a vascular issue. Achieving an erection requires healthy blood flow, as arteries need to dilate and fill the erectile tissue with oxygen-rich blood. When blood flow is restricted or impaired, the result is difficulty in maintaining an erection. This makes ED one of the earliest and most reliable indicators of cardiovascular problems. The same arteries that supply blood to your heart and brain are also responsible for penile blood flow. If those arteries are narrowed, stiffened, or blocked by plaque, a condition known as atherosclerosis, your sexual performance is one of the first areas to suffer. In fact, studies have shown that ED often precedes more serious cardiovascular events, such as heart attacks or strokes, by several years. In this way, ED can be thought of as an early warning system, offering you a critical window of opportunity to take action before more serious complications arise. But vascular health is only one piece of the puzzle. Erectile dysfunction is also heavily influenced by hormonal balance, particularly testosterone. This hormone plays a key role in sexual arousal, desire, and performance. When testosterone levels are low, it's not just your libido that suffers. Your body's ability to support the mechanisms of an erection is compromised. Testosterone influences the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels and allows for the necessary dilation during arousal. Without sufficient nitric oxide, blood flow is limited, making it difficult to achieve the rigidity required for an erection. This is why hormonal imbalances and ED often go hand in hand, each compounding the effects of the other. Stress is another major contributor to erectile dysfunction, and it works on both a physical and psychological level. Chronic stress triggers the release of cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated over time, can interfere with the production of testosterone. Beyond its physiological effects, stress also impacts your mental state, creating a cycle of anxiety and performance pressure that only worsens the problem. Have you ever found yourself overthinking, questioning whether you'll perform well, only to have that anxiety manifest as difficulty in the moment? This psychological barrier, while seemingly unrelated to physical health, is deeply tied to how your body responds to arousal. The more stress you carry, the harder it is for your body to achieve the relaxation necessary for a healthy erection. Sleep plays a crucial but often overlooked role in erectile health as well. During deep sleep, particularly in REM cycles, your body produces the highest levels of testosterone. This is also when spontaneous erections occur, a natural process that keeps the tissues healthy and oxygenated. Poor sleep, whether due to insomnia, sleep apnea, or restless nights, disrupts this cycle, reducing both testosterone levels and the frequency of these spontaneous erections. Over time, this lack of nightly restoration can lead to a noticeable decline in sexual performance. If you're consistently waking up without an erection, it's a sign that your body's restorative processes may be compromised. Weight and overall metabolic health are deeply intertwined with erectile dysfunction as well. Excess weight, particularly around the midsection, leads to increased levels of estrogen and reduced testosterone. It also contributes to insulin resistance, a condition that impairs your body's ability to regulate blood sugar. High blood sugar damages blood vessels, making it harder for them to dilate and support the flow necessary for an erection. This metabolic dysfunction further exacerbates the cycle of hormonal imbalance and vascular strain, creating a cascade of issues that all feed back into ED. One of the most challenging aspects of erectile dysfunction is the emotional toll it takes. Men often tie their sense of identity, confidence, and self-worth to their sexual performance. When that performance falters, it can lead to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and even depression. These emotions, in turn, create a feedback loop where the anxiety about future encounters makes it even harder to perform. This psychological weight doesn't just stay in the bedroom. It spills over into relationships, work, and overall quality of life, amplifying the importance of addressing the issue head-on. The good news is that erectile dysfunction is both treatable and often reversible, especially when addressed early. Improving blood flow through regular exercise, a heart-healthy diet, and proper hydration can make a significant difference. Addressing stress through mindfulness practices, therapy, or relaxation techniques can help break the psychological cycle that often accompanies ED. Restoring hormonal balance, whether through lifestyle changes, improved sleep, or medical intervention, can also reignite the natural processes that support erectile health. These steps aren't just about fixing one problem, they're about restoring balance to your body as a whole. Erectile dysfunction is never just about the inability to perform. It's a powerful indicator of your body's overall health. By you paying attention to this warning sign and taking proactive steps to address the underlying causes, you're not just improving your sexual health, you're enhancing your longevity, vitality, and quality of life. The first step is recognizing that ED isn't something to be ashamed of. It's something to act on. Think about someone in your life who might be struggling with weight gain or low energy but doesn't know why. Sharing this video could be the wake-up call they need. Click the share button now. It's a simple way to help someone you care about uncover the truth behind what their body might be trying to tell them. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to connect the dots. Fatigue, loss of libido, weight gain, and erectile dysfunction, these aren't isolated issues. They're interconnected pieces of a larger puzzle that speaks volumes about your health. But here's the good news. These signs are not your destiny. With the right information and action, you can take control of your sexual health starting today. So, what will you do with this knowledge? Start small, schedule a checkup, tweak your diet, or take a brisk walk. Each step you take brings you closer to a healthier, more confident version of yourself. And if this resonated with you, why not explore more? Check out the video on screen now. It's packed with tips to supercharge your vitality and take your health to the next level. See you there.